Alright guys, so in front of you is a Langmuir system, Crossfire Pro with a razor weld cut 45 over here. And I'm going to give you my initial thoughts on assembly and programming and first use. Overall, it's been a process, okay? I ran a water jet table a few times and not for very long. So, to say the least, I had no idea what I was doing, all right? And, which was, I mean, okay, I knew that going in. We knew it was going to be a process. I also don't understand computers very well. I know I'm young. I know a lot of people in my generation are whizzes on computers. I am not one. Call me an old soul. Call me whatever. I'm not good with computers. So, let's start with assembly. Instructions on this. I think it's like 72 or 76 pages. It's a lot. Read through it all very carefully, okay? Because, well, you need to. And there's certain steps, like step 8, you might only get, like, this is just an example, but step 8 might only get explained halfway, and you figure out the rest of it on, like, step 42. So if you're doing a step and it doesn't tell you to tighten things down all the way, don't tighten them, because later on in step 42, you might still need them loose or something like that. So, first thoughts, if I had to rate it out of 5 stars, I would give probably 4 out of 5 stars for assembling. But just keep in mind, be patient and go slow, because as you continue to assemble it, it will start to make more and more sense. Even though it really doesn't seem like it's going to, at least for me, it will start to make more sense. So for assembly, I'd give it a 4 out of 5 stars. Personally, what I'd like to see is like a sponsored video or something to where they're setting it up and they're going step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Through it all. I know it'd be a big process and I know it's be a lot of money, but for guys like me who don't know anything but want one, it works. The other thing to be careful of is, like these motors. We don't know if these are backwards. We don't know if they're forwards. And I didn't really read the instructions to tell you. I first had that motor put down here, and in the instructions, that's how I understood it. I haven't really went back to reread it again to make sure I was reading it right, but I think I was. And the only reason we switched it is when we got to the programming stage and we had to start watching videos, everybody had their motors on the back side. So that's why mine ended up there. We switched them back because our worry was if we think we're telling the computer to pull it this way, but our motors are on the other side, we're telling it to go this way, or the program's telling it to go this way, and it's coming this way, and it's going to mess up all our cuts. So, other than that, quality, once it's assembled for what it is, I give it a 5 out of 5. I think it's really good. I ended up welding my water table together, and we are getting some borax solution to add in here. I think it will turn it green, and it will stop all this rust. But we're doing that. Personally, I would like it if it came with a stand for the CNC table. I'd personally like if it came with one for the CNC table, for the plasma cutter on the CNC table. But not everybody gets the razor weld cut 45. So that's okay. When you buy one of these, you get all of FireShare's free downloads, and there's tons of those in there. In fact, our first cut was a FireShare free download, and I will put that video here so you can watch our free cut. So I'll put it right here. So that was our first cut, and I have it right here. Reason being is that night we thought we were going to go over to our friends for some dinner and some drinks. He likes beer, so I made him a beer bottle opener. His last name starts with a G, so we put a G in it. As you can see, we did actually cut out 3 of these because as we were cutting, we were trying to figure things out. This one, I didn't have the air set right. This one cut perfect, but we didn't record it, so we cut a 3rd one so that we could record it. Now, one thing, we got the THC, the height control system. The instructions on how to wire that in were not very good. It was very confusing. You got extra wires or at least in our experience, seemed you didn't need because they didn't know what plasma cutter you were hooking it up with. Personally, I think what I'd like is for you to pick, like as you're in the options menu, you want the THC, you have to tell them what plasma cutter you're putting in. And I think it'd be nice if they, of course, sent you the plasma cutter cables that you need. But that might even be another chore because people like to upgrade their plasma cutter, which we're going to do eventually. And, well, I think I already have the wires for it, I think. But anyways, outside of that, like I said, assembly, 4 out of 5 stars. Maybe even as good as a 4.5 because now that I've done it once, I think I could run through it again without any issues at all. And quality-wise, I really like it. Now, step 2, programming. Programming was even more of an issue, especially for me, than it was assembling. I'm not crapping on Langmuir systems or the Crossfire Pro because I love the machine and I'm super glad I bought it. The only thing that was hard for me was in a last decision, we decided we were going to download all the stuff on my wife's Mac versus going out and buying a laptop. So there were some softwares you downloaded for Windows computers, some you downloaded for Macs, but it didn't always tell you which ones you needed. So there you are, you're on the downloads page. There's all of these downloads, and it's up to you to figure out which ones you need. So that, too, I'd still say 4 out of 5 stars. It wasn't super easy. Again, I expected to struggle with it, and I did. Again, I wish there was tutorials to tell you and really walk you through it. But then it gets kind of hard because we did find some tutorials, but he was using an older date of the software, so not everything's the same. So that part would be kind of hard. So I'm not really blaming them at all for it. It was just a challenge, so I'm still giving them 4 out of 5 stars. Cut quality, though. You guys got to see our first cut, and all of them did come out the same. I didn't have the pressure. I had the pressure set, but I didn't have it locked in. So on this very first cut, let me change your background so you can see it. On this very first cut, it would cut this G out, just like that, and then it would move here, and the plasma cutter wouldn't have enough air in it anymore to fire. The cut quality stayed good, but once I got that locked down, then it went through and cut everything out. Cut quality is, to me, perfect for what I know. I could stand back and see a couple defects in it, and my only complaint about cutting is for the razor welds, I cannot find a cut chart anywhere that gives you how many inches per minute you should go, what voltage, what air pressure. I can't find one of those anywhere. So I'm pretty sure for our system, we ran it at, I think, 28 volts or amps. I guess it'd be amps. 28 amps. I want to say 70 PSI in the air compressor. and 100 inches per minute, but that was literally just looking up and finding stuff online in forums where everyone's arguing, oh, it should be this setting, or oh, it should be this setting, or oh, it should be this setting, and calling each other an idiot for running it 5 inches per minute faster, 10 inches per minute slower, whatever. I know there are things you have to fine tune. Again, I'm not trying to blame Langmuir Systems or Crossfire Pro. I'm not affiliated with them in any way, and I'm not blaming them. I think they sell an excellent product, and if you're looking at one, just buy it. I just want you to know and you to be aware that there are some challenges, and we will probably go more in depth as we go. If you saw last week's video, you've seen that I think this table cost us about $6,000 to have set up. That's the table, the cutter, the plasma cutter, the air system, and the compressor with a shed outside. And what I want to do is I'm going to keep a log of, and like once a week or once a month in a video, I'll show you how many signs we've cut, and we'll actually count it down to the day when this thing has officially paid for itself. And if I have to replace a part on it or whatever, including the cost of the steel, I will include that. So, that's kind of my initial thoughts. It's not a one-year review. I just got it up and running. We kind of did the same thing on my welder. I think it's going to be a very good tool for me to have. And I'm excited for it. Just know that, we'll give you a zoom-in overlay. Just know that when you get it, there's going to be some challenges. But if you're as smart or smarter than me, which a lot of you are, you'll probably knock it out without a problem. But yeah, that's really pretty much what I got for this week's video. You got anything else? Are you ready to be done filming videos? Huh? We've been outside all day. We're burning some brush. Should we go check on that? Yeah, probably. We should go check the brush, huh? No, you stay down. Why are you jumping? You never jump. That's weird. You showing off the camera? Sit. That counted. He's a good dog. He's getting ready to celebrate his 2nd birthday in January. Yeah, but anyways, guys, that's pretty much the video I have, and that's going to wrap up my day out here in the shop. If you have questions, and I'm sure you'll have a bunch on the Crossfire Pro comment section below, future videos, questions you have, setting them up and all that kind of stuff, if I can answer them, I totally will try to help you. And I think Langmuir Systems does a good job, and I think they sold a good product, and I am extremely looking forward to using it more. So with that all being said, remember, guys, if you're not burning, you're not learning, and I will see you on the next video. Like, comment, and subscribe for more. Peace.